NBC News is, just as we've been on the air tonight, the January 6th committee releasing 34 witness testimony transcripts from its investigation into the attack on the Capitol ahead of the release of the final report tomorrow. It comes after that final public meeting on Capitol Hill this week, in which the committee released a summary of its findings and voted to make criminal referrals to the DOJ for former President Trump, his lawyer John Eastman, and others. The final report is expected to include transcripts of witness testimony and additional information as it relates to law enforcement and security prep failures. Julie Tsirkin joins me now. Julie, good to see you here. I know your team is busy reading through these transcripts. Anybody of note on the list?
Yeah, look, a couple of people are of note on the list, but not so much as the contents. For example, John Eastman is in here, which, of course, the committee just issued a criminal referral for, in addition to former President Trump. Jeffrey Clark in here as well. That's the former Department of Justice lawyer that former President Trump tried to pressure and make as the acting attorney general when they were going through their election contests of the 2020 election. Nick Fuentes is in here. Roger Stone is in here. Michael Flynn in here as well. All of these, as we are literally sitting here and poring over these transcripts, are just pages and pages and pages of them pleading the Fifth Amendment. I mean, Michael Flynn, in the beginning, interesting color here, actually had his wife in the room. She had to leave for their interview. Some of them, Roger Stone, for example, not even answering what his role is or what his role was, where he lives. Really simple questions that they are all pleading the Fifth to. And this is just part of the large batch of transcripts that we expect to see from the committee in the coming days and weeks, as they promise to unveil these transcripts of more than 1,000 people that they've interviewed behind closed doors. We also, of course, are waiting for their final report to be released. That was supposed to be released earlier today. Now it's looking likely like it'll be released tomorrow. But as you can see, even in these final hours, we're still getting these drips and drabs of transcripts that we are just surprised to see whenever they hit our inboxes.
Yeah, so do we know anything, Julie, about the delay in the report's release?
Well, look, we've been told all day it was a printing issue. Obviously, the report is expected to be more than 1,000 pages, so that could be conceivable. But we're also, as we got later in this day, coming against the deadline, of course, of Ukrainian President Zelensky addressing Congress. And I think the committee knows full well that even if they had these pages ready up until the address was supposed to happen, that it could be a little bit too late for them to release this report. And so they went ahead and pushed it to tomorrow. But the official word is that this is, of course, a printing issue and nothing else. It seems to be that is the delay. The publishing office is the entity in which it prints these files. Kyle Stewart on our team reached out to them, and they said when they were given the green light from the committee to go ahead and proceed with these files, that they will do so. But that's all we have right now.
Julie, once this report does drop in its entirety tomorrow, and as you continue to pour over these transcripts tonight, what will you and the team be looking out for?
Well, look, we already have a nice outline from the committee in their executive summary, which was more than 100 pages on Monday. That's the same meeting, of course, in which they issue these criminal referrals. And they're going to continue to make the case that it was former President Trump who was responsible for January 6th, for the events that followed and the events that happened prior to the insurrection. But also we expect, just based on the outline that we have, these 8 chapters that are going to be in this report are very much going to closely match all of the public hearings that we've seen. And we know that they're all thematic. They all had different themes to them. We know the committee plans to also focus at least a little bit in the final report on the law enforcement response. That has been heavily scrutinized for being left out of their executive summary. But all of these things, as the committee looks ahead to releasing this report tomorrow, will be focused on what the committee has spent the last 18 months of their investigation poring over, which, of course, to them comes down to the big piece of this, which is that they found former President Trump was responsible for the insurrection. And that's exactly what they referred him on Monday.
All right, Julie Tsirkin, thanks so much.
Thanks for watching our YouTube channel. Follow today's top stories and breaking news by downloading the NBC News app.